Hello friends, now I am going to discuss about one topic of elements of delegation of authority. So here you understand one tripod. Tripod means a table of the with the three legs. It is called tripod. So the process of delegation of authority has three legs. First is the responsibility, second is the authority, and third one is the accountability. Remember, so in the elements of delegation of authority, there are three legs. First is the responsibility, second is the authority, and third is the accountability. According to Louis Allen, delegation of authority means assignment of responsibility and power to the subordinates by creating accountability for effective performance. So here the 3 points are coming in the explanation. First, delegate the power also with responsibility, and at that time create the accountability to their immediate superior. So in that way the three words are coming here: entrustment of accountability, conferment of authority, and creation of accountability. So as the responsibility comes, simultaneously authority also comes. At that time the accountability is naturally comes to us to reply our superiors. So in that way only responsibility is not coming to us, but we have power to take work from our subordinates. At that time we are also given accountability to reply to our superiors about the status what the responsibility has given to us. So in that way here the performance could become much better than its expectation. Am I right? By this delegation of authority process. So three elements are interconnected, independent, and important for us to implement our work and duty towards others, right? Which create effective structure for performance and create proper balance between different levels, different department, different activities, and different powers. So nobody is superior, because here everyone has to answer to their immediate superior about their given duties. How is it completed, or what is the latest status? Such kind of the accountability is arising here. Is that clear? Now the first point is coming to explain entrustment of responsibility. Entrustment means as the our superiors are having trust on us that we are able to fulfill this project. They are giving us responsibility with trust on us. So it is called entrustment. So in that situation, entrustment of the responsibility is assigned by our top level, our superiors or the top level officers to their subordinates in specific task to perform or work to delegate. Here, responsibility is given to us by our superiors. It creates one relationship between us and our superiors so that we can feel proud that they have trusted us to do this specific kind of the work, and in that situation our power to do the work could be boosted. So in that way the flow of the delegation of authority or assigning the responsibility from top to bottom, it will flow. Remember, here the one line answer will come: in which side assignment of responsibility is being flowed, is being flew from top to bottom, right? Okay, now the second point I have to discuss: conferment of authority. Conferment means distribution or giving power. See, when a person who is our superior is having a responsibility and trust on us that we are able to do, in that case it is also essential that some authority is also given to us. By that way we can deliver our duty in proper manner. So the work should be done in proper sequence. The administrator should given enough power by their superiors, or administrator should give enough power to their subordinates to fulfill their task. So in that situation there is power being delegated from the superiors to subordinate that they should get work from their subordinates. So here top level is giving authority to the middle level that they should get work from bottom level, and in that situation the sequence will follow that the middle level will give some authority relating to the work to the bottom level jobbers, supervisor and foreman to get the work from their workers. So here with the responsibility the authority is also being delivered from top to bottom equally to the responsibility. So in this process power is being given to take a decision as per the situation, to perform their task and to fulfill their responsibility from others. So here delegation of authority is being also done. Here I am giving one example that the board of directors have given some task to the middle level managers. So the middle level managers will distribute their responsibility in a division or subdivisions to be done, but at that time they will divide the work with the power They will deliver the work with the power to their subordinates to get it done from workers in proper manner. So the work should done in proper manner with fast or the speed, because here the decision relating to work the subordinate has to take, so he could get work from the worker. So at that time, if the jobber or the supervisor or the foreman will wait to ask to the middle level manager, then in time the work will not be done. So in that situation, even if we think about the production department, the manager will deliver his authority relating to the work should be completed in time from his jobber or the foreman or the supervisor. It should be completed in time by getting work done from worker working on the machine for the production. In that way, the authority is being fluid or is flowing from top to the bottom level. But every moment nobody is asking to their superiors to take decision relating to the task which has been given to them. So it is being done properly from their subordinates, and in time the work should be completed and the task is being performed very well with goal achieving level or the results. Is that clear? So here I have discussed two main points or two elements of process of delegation of authority. Now the third and last one is creation of accountability. Now you think, who will responsible to whom, or who will be accountable to whom? Always every person is accountable to his immediate superior who has given him responsibility to perform the task and deliver the authority to do or to get work done proper from their subordinates. So every person is accountable to his immediate superior. So it is called accountability. The delegated authority holder has to provide proper explanation. So here accountability create explanation, responsibility on himself and follow a reporting process. So if any time it requires, he has to report to his immediate superior. At every time, nobody will move to the top level management. But if the top level management would like to ask about the work, they should ask them and they should responsible to reply that the work done in proper time or not. So here responsibility or accountability to explanation and accountability to reporting, both are being given to him to reply in proper manner. It is called concept of accountability. So here the definition is given. The delegated authority holder has to provide proper reply or explanation to their superior and follow the process of reporting to their superior or the top level management. This is called accountability. Again I repeat, the delegated authority holder has to provide proper reply or to give proper explanation to their superiors and to follow process of reporting to their superiors or at top level management is called accountability. Here he is given power to get work done from their subordinates, but ultimately he is responsible to reply to his superior, because his superior will not ask to his subordinate, but his superior will ask to him about the reporting or the explanation or asking for the status of the work done at which level. So understand one thing, he should be ensured that work done properly by his subordinate in proper level with proper situation. Here every level is accountable to his superiors. Middle level authority holder cannot free from responsibility from getting work done from bottom level and to reply to the top level or the upper level. This accountability cannot be passed on. So in that situation, here you understand, if the production is on the responsibility of the jobber, supervisor and foreman, then they should not pass on it to the worker to reply to the middle level. But what the worker of production unit has done, the supervisor, jobber and foreman has to reply to the middle level about the status of the work by the reporting to the middle level. So in that situation, they are bound to reply in proper manner. Okay, one example is given in your book. The account officer may give work of writing account to his accountant, but when the accounts are written or completely done, it is responsibility of accounts officer to check accurately that work done in proper manner or not. So here he cannot pass on accountability on accountant that he has done, he don't know. Such kind of the reply he cannot give to his superior, because his superior will reply him that you see that the accountant has done it proper or not. So it is the responsibility of the accounts officer. Remember, this is called accountability. So here we have discussed elements of delegation of authority in proper way, right? So the topic and the chapter both are completed, right my friends?